so far in the past few weeks, we can't make it to the Venetian Canal, which normally takes us to Lake Maitland. So we had to restrict our trip to the two lakes here. This is Lake Osceola we're starting on. We're also going to visit Lake Virginia, just off in this direction to the south. Okay? We're going to see everything from Victorian mansions from the 19th century to ultra-modern. Winter Park was one of Florida's first resort towns. Over the years, the wealthy snowbirds have built some fabulous homes around the lake. We're going to slow down and take a look at some of the older ones, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. Along the way, if you Rollins, as I mentioned, was Florida's first private university. It was established in 1885. Back when Winter Park was still a very small building. You could say the two have grown up revolving around each other. Turns out an Olympic-class rowers and sailors and water. We use the lake here. It's a big classroom. Pool space. We see skiing and sailing here on Lake Virginia. Sort of crew up on Lake Maitland. Rollins has one of the highest national competition water ski teams in the U.S. And students actually go to school here on water skiing scholarships. Do that, they're now protected species. You probably noticed some sharp wooden stobs that stick up along the shore. They call those cypress knees. They're actually part of that tree's root system. Those cypress knees allow oxygen into the roots. That's what enables the cypress to grow out of the wet ground along the shore. There's a TV show called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He did that between the late 50s and well into the 80s. Prior to that, Mr. Rogers was one of Rollins' most memorable alumni. He enrolled in Rollins in 1949 on a music scholarship. The school wouldn't let him bring his own piano to the dorm, so his parents bought that home for the living college. And Mr. Rogers stayed on for several years after graduation from the school. He eventually became one of Rollins' biggest benefactors later in life after a successful 30-year run on public television. Here on our left is the entrance to the Venetian Canal. That could take us into Lake Maitland, but once the water drops around, one way we can't take it to it. So if you can drive over here and drive down to Lake Maitland, I highly recommend it.